Ooh, excuse me. All right, everyone. Good evening. It is Monday night, and you know what that means. It is time for Nerdcamp Sports. I'll be moderating this evening. Myself, Mike Williams, got Raja Anthony Ali here. We got R&B and Coach Will in the building. Everyone. How are you tonight? And give me those mental health numbers, scale of 1 to 10.
Man, I'm in good spirits. I'm okay tonight, but I do got a lot going on in my family right now. So mental number, I would probably say, man, I'm probably somewhere around a 3.54 right now, man. That's just being honest, but I don't wear it bad.
I hear that. I hear that.
What's going on, fellas? Feeling
What's
all
going
right, man. Had a real interesting experience today. So probably I'm with R&B. I'm probably somewhere 3, 4, somewhere around there.
Okay.
Happy to be here though.
Glad to have you. Glad to have you. How about you, Raj? How you feeling today?
Feeling pretty good. Like we was discussing off the air, this winter depression, man, is something. It's something. You know what I'm saying? I go through seasonal depression every single winter time. So I probably say about 5 or 6. That's where I'm at.
Yeah. I'm with you on that. I'm probably right now about a five. About a five. And part of it is this cold weather, this winter. But all in all, we're here, we're alive, we're healthy, you know, and regardless of that, I'm hearing a weird noise, a weird kickback. You guys hear that?
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
heard
hear like some wind or something like that.
Yeah. See
it. Is it
something.
going?
I still kind of hear it.
Let's let's do a mute one by one. See if we can figure out where it's.
All right. I'm muting right now.
Oh, Will already muted and I don't hear it. I wonder what the
Yeah.
hell that is. Is he in my living room?
That's
Yeah, it's it's your I guess that's the heat, but that's why
Oh,
I just
oh, the
yeah,
furnace. Oh,
yeah.
damn,
oh,
that was
okay.
hella loud.
All right. Well, we're gonna get started, and I'm sure the furnace will get back in gear in a moment. So we had a great weekend overall of playoff games, and I want to, I would say this is probably the most competitive weekend I've seen yet in my time watching football across all the games. So we're going to start off with the Rams and the Panthers. And R&B almost looked like a genius. And Matt Stafford said, "Nah, homie, not today." Well, my first question is for Raj, being that he picked the Panthers to just win their division in the beginning of the season. Can the Panthers build on this season moving forward?
I think they can. I think they got all the right pieces. I think they figured out how to incorporate. Um, Hold on 1 second. Let me just pull up the stats real quick. I'm sorry.
No, you're
Incorporate
good.
incorporate Bryce Young into like a offense where he's not really that dependable. Even though he did throw for 264 yards, had one touchdown, one interception. He pretty much kept it conservative. He didn't do anything outside of what he's normally doing and what he had been doing for the past few games. I would say probably after their bye week, he started to kind of take a different approach on how to win games. Um, if I could make a suggestion, I would suggest that they make a decision between Kuba Hubbard and Rico Dow. They got to make a decision on their running
Chuba
back.
Hubbard.
Chuba.
Yeah, Chuba.
I'm sorry, Chuba. They got to make a decision. They got to make a decision. They got to make it quick. Who's going to be their RB1 and who's going to help them get to the promised land? Because they got everything else. They got the wide receiver. I love what they got with T-Mac, Coker. I like what they received. You know, with their defense is good. You know, they got everything except the decision on who's going to be that RB1. And I think if they can make an adjustment, that'll be the only adjustment I would take. But I definitely think that that division is so wide open because that division is crap. It's not really a good division, you know. That I do see them taking the division again next season if everyone stays healthy, and it's going to be a potential matchup again where they can go out there and win the first round.
Okay. With that being said, R&B, do you believe Bryce Young is a franchise R&B or QB?
I'm here. I just had to kill the video real quick, but I'm here.
You good?
Sitting back down right now. All right, hit me with that question one more time, my brother.
Do you believe Bryce Young is a franchise QB?
Honestly, if I'm gonna answer that question, honestly, I'm gonna have to say no, and that's just for right now. That's only just for right now. I do believe that he took a step in the right direction this year. But we all know I'm pretty sure everybody in here will say the same thing. We got to see more than 1 year. You know what I'm saying? This is his first solid year of playing quarterback. And hey, they made the playoffs and almost knocked off a good team there. But again, this is his first year of playing solid quarterback. I think this is year 3 for Bryce.
Yeah.
Correct? Okay, so year 3, he took a step in the right direction. So that's a good sign. But can I say that he's a franchise quarterback? For right now, I have to reserve my answer as no. But that's not saying that he cannot get there in the future, in the near future. If he plays, if he takes another step in the right direction next year, that'll be a good sign pointing to the possibility of him being that. I don't think that he can plateau though. He had a solid season this year. He can't have a solid season next year. He has to have a good to great season next year in order to be recognized as being a future or franchise quarterback. Because if he does the same thing next year that he did this year, that will be plateau. And a lot of times those type of quarterbacks don't pan out to be franchise quarterbacks. They just solid starters to backups.
Well, I think that them drafting McMillan, I can't pronounce his first name. I know it starts with T. I think that he was a good piece. I believe he did get 1,000 yards this season, if I'm not mistaken. I don't have it in front of me, but I do believe he was 1,000-yard receiver. So yeah, I agree. He has to show more. He definitely has to show more. Before he gets to that. In terms of he has to get to that and really just play. I think he's confident, but I just want to see a little more. There's still a little. I feel like there's still a little uncertainty, but I think that him yesterday getting there and playing, or over the weekend getting there and playing well against a top team, a team who was in first place all season, says a lot about their character or his character.
That's a confidence booster. Yeah, we call it progression. If we were playing Madden and here it is the end of the season, we playing with the Panthers and I just lost in the first round to the Rams, Bryce Young probably goes up a few notches. Let's see if we can keep him going up.
Absolutely. Will, do you think that the Rams need to play cleaner? Yesterday's game, Stafford did throw an interception. They seem to struggle at times, in my opinion. Do you believe they need to play? Say that again.
I said good opinion.
Thank you. Do the Rams need to play cleaner in order to? I think are they playing the Niners this week? I think they're playing the Niners.
Gotta double check it. But you might be right. I think they might have the Niners.
Do they need to play cleaner in order? Well, we're not even, because we're gonna get to that. So let me rephrase. Do they need to play cleaner if they're gonna get past the next round in hopes to the conference championship?
I mean, you can't keep giving away chances, giving away opportunities, and you can't keep giving the other team, extra possessions, especially this time of year. So they actually absolutely got to clean some things up if they're really trying to make this Super Bowl run. But also, too, I'll say this, how they say styles make fights. Maybe Carolina just might be that matchup for them, you know what I mean, that give them some problems. They figured it out, you know what I mean? They pulled it out, you know what I mean, in the end. But that might have just been a bad matchup for them. Because, we done seen, obviously they got some bad losses this year, but they got some good wins, too. And they was right there fighting to the end for the NFC West, right there with Seattle and San Francisco. That's one of the best divisions we done seen. I can't say one of the best we done seen in a long time because our division was crazy like that last year, but I don't know if it was on that level though, with everybody being at 12, 13, 3 teams being at 12, 13, 14 wins. But whether it's San Francisco moving forward, whether it's because it will probably be because they would be the lowest seed left in the NFC because they was the 5 seed, right?
The Rams, yeah.
So they more than likely they play in Seattle again.
The
And it's probably going to be Chicago and San Francisco because Seattle would get the lowest seeded team left.
Yeah,
Rod say they playing the Bears.
Yeah.
Is it the Bears?
Yeah. The 2 and 5.
Okay, 2 and 5. That makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. But whoever it is, Bears. Otherwise, because we just saw, everybody had left Chicago for dead. You know what I'm saying? Early in that game, and they found a way to pull it out. So this ain't a game. This ain't a team that you want to play with. Ben Johnson, as we see, you know what I mean. That it don't all. So far, you know what I mean. I ain't crowning him, you know what I mean, just yet. But so far, it looks like his skills is translating into a head coach because you're a good, coordinator don't make you a good head coach. So they got, they got a powerful offense in front of them, and they don't want to be giving possessions away. So they definitely got to find a way to, like you say, play a cleaner game next week.
I do agree. Watching the game in real time and seeing what was going on, and I'm watching this, and I'm like, man, I didn't expect the Rams to run away with it, but I did expect them to win with a larger margin. And they almost lost, they almost lost. The Panthers came in and they punched him in the face, gave him the best shot, and unfortunately, Stafford was able to pull it out and get down the field at the end.
I disagree though a little bit, Mike. I don't think the Panthers really punched the Rams in the face. I think the Rams just was trying to throw haymakers and slipped and bust their ass and let the Panthers get on top of them. Because as I had tried to point out in that last episode when I picked the Panthers, remember I said on the long stretch though, but I picked the Panthers in that game. It was because I had mentioned I did not like the way the Rams were playing down the stretch, and it showed in that game. a more experienced Bryce Young and a more experienced Panthers team, they pull that game out. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying is that like I kind of seen the writing was on the wall already with the Rams with the way that they had finished the season. Some of the losses that they had down the stretch of the season were horrible losses, not just who they lost to, but at the time that they lost them. And they placed themselves in a tougher position in this playoff run.
Okay. That's a good way of looking at it as well. I don't disagree with that. Because the Panthers came to play, and yesterday they balled. They balled, or Saturday. The days all blend together now. I don't even know who played when. Brandon, welcome to the show. How you feeling today?
I'm all right. You guys?
We're here. We're here. I asked everyone else, scale of 1 to 10, what's your mental health at today? Not sure?
I guess that's a 0.
I guess so. I mean, when you work for UPS, it's rough.
I thought it was everybody was at it. We were all getting asked.
Oh no, we
already
had at the top of the show.
All right.
I asked. I didn't. I was asking you specifically. Everyone else answered at the top of the show.
Gotcha. All right. Yeah. No, I'm putting it not great. I'm gonna say like a 3.
Damn, this is a sad group of gentlemen tonight. I think the highest was a 5, but we're alive. We're alive. So, Brandon, what were your thoughts on the game between the Rams and the Panthers on Saturday late afternoon?
I mean, I was just happy to see Bryce Young ball out. Like it was good. It's good. Young man's been going through it his career, so he can hang his head high. He played his ass off on Saturday. The team, it's a young team. I felt like towards the end, why weren't they taking? They ended the game with all 3 of their timeouts. I would have used some of those when the Rams were driving to try and save some time so they weren't. We have to move as fast as possible, which is probably why they made those mistakes on the final drive. Once, R&B said, a more experienced Bryce Young and Panthers team, they could have pulled that out. But it was their first go at it. But it was nice to see Bryce Young come to play.
Yep.
Okay, I can't be mad at that. Well, the Rams move forward. We'll get to their matchup a little later in the show. To keep it moving along here. And we're going to go there. And R&B, I'm going to start with you.
Mm-hmm.
Green Bay jumped up real quick on Chicago. It jumped up real quick. And it was looking like it was going to be over before it even started. What do you believe, in your opinion, happened that caused the collapse, in a sense, of the game for them?
It's hard for me to point to one single thing. I would probably say the two most glaring things that I would point out that I felt like led to Green Bay letting Chicago get back in that game. The running game getting stopped up the way that it did. Josh Jacobs was virtually, a no-show. And then all of the drop passes. I mean, I was looking at Jordan Love hit cats with straight spirals to the hands, and them boys just popping off.
Right.
I think my boy said it best when me and him were talking earlier. We might have jumped the gun on giving that Green Bay wide receiving core all of the props and love that we had been giving them because everybody felt like they had such a deep core of all of these different receivers. And, you know, saying kind of similar to what Aaron Rodgers had in 10 when they won it, when he had Jennings and Jones and Driver and all of in the crew. And people were trying to, you know, kind of compare this new Packers team to that, you know, receiving core, just as having like a multitude of receivers instead of just like one dude. And we might have jumped the gun on that shit. Like, these dudes have shown multiple times now in big games or in just games period that they drop balls and don't make plays. They don't get a lot of separation at times. Your best receiver yesterday was the rookie Matthew Golden, who they have high expectations for, but he was virtually a no-show this season because of injuries. And when he did get healthy, you know what I'm saying, he never really got a chance to get in the full swing of things to get it going. So I think that was a bright sign to see him step up yesterday and make some of the plays that he made. But as far as the other guys, like after they had that big lead, they just completely went away. It's like they scored that last touchdown, and it's like it just went downhill from there. So I don't know, man. But I hear that they are trying to work a new deal out with Matt LaFleur. Me personally, I think he needs to be gone. Like this is like your third or fourth time where you've choked in the playoffs. You can't get your team to deliver in the playoffs, and that's with Aaron Rodgers and with Jordan Love now. So like, how much more of a leash do this need? You know what I'm saying? It's just, that was disgusting. And to see Ben Johnson and the Bears do it, because it's like, like this motherfucker left us and shit, and then took the Bears. Like, fuck it all.
So, Raj, in your opinion, did the Bears truly win this game, or did the Packers lose this game?
Honestly, I mean, from what I watched, it just looked like the Packers just ran out of gas. You know, because if you look at the stat lines, Caleb Williams didn't play a clean game. He had 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and this is like, but he just knew how to get his wide receivers to the right place at the right time. And that crazy throw, I know you guys know what I'm talking about. That one he did one-legged, you know,
all like this.
I mean, that was incredible. That was incredible. And you just gotta tip your hat to those type of players that can just pull off those incredible moves. And trust me, I was his biggest critic. You know that. I clowned him because he wear the fingernail polish. He does like zesty stuff. But that dude can ball. That guy is like probably one of the best one-leg throwers, you know, that I've seen in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? So it just like, you know, it just goes to show you, if your team isn't locked in 100%, you can lose a game like that. Because I honestly thought the Green Bay Packers were going to win. And they had the game the whole entire time up until that point. So anything can happen. And it's like one of those things where it's kind of like, it's funny because if you look at how Ben Johnson shook Matt LaFleur's hand.
It was similar to the Jim Swartz and who was that? Jim Harbaugh.
Jim Harbaugh, yeah. It was like one of those, like, you know, I'm doing it because I have to type things, but I can't stand your ass kind of shake. But it was funny though. I love that kind of stuff. I love that competition. I love that grittiness. I love that type of play, especially when it comes down to football, man. So shout out to the Chicago Bears. We'll see what happens, but shout out to Caleb Williams, man. He did his thing.
Hey, does anybody know why Ben Johnson hates Matt LaFleur so much? Like, was he supposed to get the Green Bay job? Did they come from the same coaching tree or some shit? Like, what?
Yeah, I think they came from the same coaching tree. It was something about the job being taken before he can actually get it. Something like that. It's a deep history.
The Green Bay job?
Yeah, the Green Bay job. It's a real deep history there with them two. They never liked each other from the beginning. There's always a competition. And from what I'm hearing, it was deeper than just like football. So they mentioned on First Take which I was kind of like, wow, I didn't really know that. I didn't know they had problems like that.
I had no idea.
Somebody fucked somebody girl before they
Yeah,
married
that's
her.
what it looks like. That's what it looks like.
How you know Ben?
Oh
I
my
told you we
God.
went to school together.
Yeah, all right.
Oh my gosh. So Brandon, do you believe that Caleb Williams can take this team to the NFC Championship and maybe the Super Bowl?
I mean, NFC Championship, sure. I mean, he can. I'm not going to say no, but he really got to clean up this guy. Like, I feel like every game he's got one half where it's just, oh my God, like the one interception he had was fucking atrocious. So like, it's just he makes amazing. He's kind of like, you know, a little bit like young Josh Allen, and that it's a lot of chaos, but unbelievable arm talent, unbelievable athleticism. Can make the play when it's need to be made. So I'm not gonna say no.
I mean, you know, it's funny you say the one half thing. My wife always says to me that Patrick Mahomes is only good for one half. Like that dude will play 2 quarters of good football. Either the first 2, he would play good enough to carry through the game, or the last 2, he would just sucker punch you. And it's kind of like Caleb is a second half player, right? Like one guy that I talked to online, he's a little bit, you probably seen him through my comments. He goes by the name JP Schmick. And the dude like hates everything about certain people. Like if you ask him the worst basketball player ever, he will tell you Kobe Bryant, and he will stick to it.
I can't talk to him.
He will stick to it.
Nah,
You know. Like oh, and the only one he hates more than Kobe Bryant is Aaron Rodgers. Hates him. Hates him. Like he hates him.
Sound like one of them dudes that hates, but like don't even have a real reason to hate. He just hate because
he's just hating.
He just hating to be hating.
What'd you say his name is? JP Slick? Or yeah, he sounds like a hater.
But you know, just what I was saying is, my wife will always say, "Hey, you know, Mahomes, he's only good for one half," and it just seems like Caleb's the kind of the same thing. He's more of a second half quarterback, and that's what's going to bite them in the behind, because you're gonna have to play to get to the Super Bowl and win. You're gonna have to play 4 good quarters at some point. You're not just gonna go and luck out, you know. So, you know what they were. You said they were playing the Rams next week.
Yes.
Yeah. See, you know that's you win that game somehow. Hats off, but you're gonna have to play some clean football because it's going to be. If you don't, it will be a long night. So, Coach Will, what do you think the Packers need to do moving forward to improve this team, or maybe not even improve, because I think they have a lot of the right pieces, but what do they do to get out of this slump? Because they just aren't performing well. And just real quick, I'd seen a stat that no one had mentioned, that since Micah Parsons went down, the Packers lost their last 5 games.
I believe it. Yeah.
Well, they were giving up. I remember I pointed out last week that they were giving up over 200 more yards of total offense since he's been hurt. Yep. They went from giving up like 200 and some yards a game to 400 and some yards a game.
Well, we know Micah Parsons is going to be out next season. Was it an ACL or an Achilles?
ACL.
ACL for him, so we know he's going to be out. So What can the
Yeah,
Packers
he'll
do?
probably be back next season, but not at the beginning though.
He might not be back at the very beginning, but he'll be back. He'll be back.
See, that's the problem. See, that's an issue because everyone's like, "Oh, he'll be back." I don't know why players don't want to sit your ass down the whole season, bro. Sit the fuck down. Keep your ass on the bench. Heal. Be ready.
Well,
it's okay
for one, because you got an owner that said, "I just gave you how many $100 $100 million?" So no, you ain't gonna just sit down for the year, like you know what I'm saying. And the Super Bowl window is finite. It's small.
Okay, so hold on. Let me stop you. So a few years ago, when Kawhi Leonard won the championship, Kevin Durant had an Achilles injury, right? That put him out. Kevin Durant went back in and then ruptured that Achilles. Did they win that championship? No. So the point I'm making,
that's apples and oranges, bro. That's apples and oranges.
It's not.
Yes, it is because Michael's about to have a full offseason, you know what I mean, to rehab and heal. They tried to rush Kevin Durant back because they were playing for the NBA championship. Otherwise, he probably wouldn't have played at all. You know what I'm saying? So it's apples to oranges, man. It's not the same thing.
It's not though. You are hurt, right? You're jeopardizing a player. You're saying that because the Packers have paid him money, he needs to get out there. That's what I'm taking from that.
That's not what I'm saying, but that's the nature of the NFL. Like everybody's hurt right now. Nobody's healthy. Everybody might not be on the injury report, but so if you still alive, that means that you done played 18 games of football or 17 for the 2 number 1 seeds at this point. Everybody's banged up, which is why that first round bye is so important to get as much rest as you can before you got to go back out there and play again. That's the nature of the NFL. Everybody plays hurt. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference between they'll tell you there's a difference between being injured and being hurt. If you're hurt, you can play. If you're injured, you know what I mean? You got to go sit down. But that's the nature of the NFL. We've seen plenty of NFL players who probably shouldn't have been out on the field. You know what I'm saying? What offensive lineman was that was playing with like a crushed larynx or something? Like, you know what I mean? Like this is what NFL players do. So this is nothing. I ain't saying nothing. Like I ain't reinventing the wheel. Like this is how the NFL goes. This is how it is. Everybody. Right. We thought Josh Allen was dead at one point. You know what I'm saying? The other day. Wow. And he got his ass back out there because they trying to win the Super Bowl. Like that's the NFL, man.
Because you just said he's hurt, not injured.
Right. We thought T.O. play in the Super Bowl with a broken leg because it was the Super Bowl. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is what NFL players do.
Like
Ronnie Lott cut part of his finger off. Ronnie Lott cut part of his finger off.
So then, if that's the case, Odell Beckham tore his ACL in the Super Bowl, so he should have went back out there.
Say that again.
No.
Wait a minute. Say that again.
You opened the door. Odell Beckham tore his ACL in the Super Bowl with the Rams. So under what you're saying, he should have went back out there.
No, he wasn't going to be able to play on a torn ACL. What I'm saying is,
no, it's
not. That's not the point. People, you ever seen Paid in Full? People play hurt every Sunday, B. You know what I'm saying? But if you are injured, that's a different thing. I'm not saying Micah Parsons. I just said I didn't say he got to be out there the first game of the season. I don't think he's going to play at the very beginning of the season. He probably going to start off on the PUP list or whatever. He might miss the first 4 to 6 games. We've seen this before, but he's not going to take the whole season off. And it's not a 1.5 injury or a year. It's not like a year injury at this point.
It's like 8 months.
Yeah, not like it used to be. It's a different time.
Not like it used to be.
If this was 2005, then yeah, he gonna be out all next season. But here in 2025, he probably be ready by week. Don't be surprised if you see them talking about he'll be ready by week 1. Don't be surprised.
I wouldn't. Because
by your logic, he never would have played this season because he had the back injury at the beginning of the season, right? So by your logic, he never would have played this season, and he wouldn't have got his extension.
But you just said that's hurt, not injured. So
there's a difference. There's a difference between hurt and injured. And I get what you're saying, because if you're injured, you stay out. But if you're hurt, you can come back, you can play as long as you're not injured. But I will say this: when it comes down to those type of injuries, like with technology, we have witnessed a lot of people bounce back for those injuries, man. So it's like an 8 to 9 month injury, and that's with full rest, no activities, nothing. 8 to 9 months, less than a year, and they almost are back. They're about 85 to 90% back. Like they can come back and pretty much be their self.
maybe. For the sake of the question, quickly, real quick. In the interim, what do the Packers need to do?
You get some weird feedback.
Well, let's see. That's not me.
It's me.
Oh, well. He's getting his headphones. So yeah, in the interim, what do the Packers need to do to be better next season?
Fire the coach.
Get healthy. For the most, like, not obviously, you know what I mean. You add pieces where you need to add pieces, but you know when you're obviously Mike is their most important player on defense. You know what I'm saying, and arguably the most important player on the team between him and Jordan Love. But you know, they had a lot of injuries on that side of the ball. I think again they need to add pieces, but I don't think they're far away. You know what I mean? I just think they got to tinker a little bit around the margins. Maybe, you know what I mean? A surefire receiver, not necessarily a superstar receiver, but you know what I'm saying? Somebody like something like what Stephon Diggs was for New England this year. You know what I'm saying? He was in Minnesota, Stephon Diggs. He was in Buffalo, Stephon Diggs. But he was still, you know what I mean, like a top-notch go-to clutch receiver. He made plays for them, you know, this year when they needed him.
They need to disrupt.
Can I give a suggestion on which wide receiver they should go after?
Ooh.
I think they should go get AJ Brown.
He clearly ain't gonna be in Philadelphia next year.
That's what I'm saying, because he don't want to be there. And guess what? I don't blame him, because you know how I feel. You know how I feel about Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is not that dude.
Well,
and I think Love would be perfect for him.
Well, that's a good thing that you said that, because you were going to get the next question and a segue to it. Is AJ Brown done in Philly?
Yes, and yes. And the reason why I'm saying that is because the writing's been on the wall. It's been on the wall since last season, even when they won the Super Bowl. AJ Brown didn't like the style of play that he's having with Jalen Hurts. And let me tell you, I don't blame him, because he's easily a top 10 receiver in the game if you get him the right quarterback. He can easily get 1,000+ yards if you have him on the right team and you got the right quarterback throwing to him. I don't know what the hell is going on with Philadelphia, but for some reason, Jalen Hurts is like, he's just not throwing in his direction. And when he does, he's either overthrowing him or he's giving him the ball at like the last second. And it's crazy because, like, I think he dropped that pass that went right through his hands. I think he did that shit on purpose. And I know that's controversial. I know that's probably some type of, like, you know, it's conspiracy theory. But you know what I'm saying. Everybody, I believe, that's on the line. Everyone played sports before, right? They probably played football even in their backyard. You know when you want to drop a damn pass. And that was a drop pass, an easy catch pass that went straight through his hands like this. And that ball went straight through. And he was upset, but it just goes to show you he really don't like the coach. He don't like Jalen Hurts. I know he's gone. He's probably packed his stuff. He's ready to go.
I've heard contrary to that him and Jalen Hurts actually do have a good relationship and get along. I think the issue is that he just does not like the style of play to which I'm from what I'm hearing, the real riff is between him and the offensive coordinator and him and Nick Sirianni. And Jalen Hurts is just collateral damage.
That's fair. Okay, I believe that. You can. Well, I'll say this: you can see it because I don't think he yelled at like Sirianni the way he did because he don't like Jalen Hurts. You get what I'm saying? I think it's because it's a coaching issue in the way he's used, and I honestly believe he needs to go because when he was in Tennessee, even though they was losing games, they were using him all the time in clutch moments. So I
they weren't losing like that now.
What I will say though is what I will say is I don't think he got a problem with Jalen Hurts personally, but he do got an issue with the fact that the offense is limited the way it is. The passing game is limited the way that it is because Jalen Hurts is limited as a quarterback when it comes to throwing the ball. You know what I mean? So I think it's some of all of those things. And fact of the matter is, like, he really didn't want to be there this season. He wanted out of Philadelphia. You know what I'm saying? He didn't want to be there this season. Winning Super Bowls is amazing and wonderful and great, but he want to get paid too. And he know when it's time to re-up, the front office not gonna say to him, well, we understand that the passing game was limited, you know what I mean, because of the quarterback we had, but these was your numbers, so we're not gonna pay you, like, you know what I mean? They're gonna use that against you.
Yeah.
So I understand his frustration. I
mean, 3 catches, 25 yards. Come on, man. This is a
playoff game.
In a playoff game. And I know he dropped
how many?
But I was gonna say he had those are some bad drops though, man.
Yeah, those horrible.
especially the what was it, 3rd and 7 and 3rd and 6 or something like that, and they're in the fourth quarter where they was driving.
Yeah.
Like they needed that. They ended up converting it. You know what I mean? But they needed that.
Yeah, that was horrible. And sidebar, real quick, was he the only player on the Eagles that was wearing red?
Probably.
Did y'all beat that? Did y'all?
He had on red shoes.
Yo.
I
wasn't even paying no attention.
I was like, he had the red bands, like the red bands on him, the sweatbands.
Didn't even keep it.
I'm like, that's kind of sketchy.
He said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna take this fine."
Brandon.
Yeah.
How would you say that George Kittle tearing his ACL will affect the 49ers going through this playoff run?
I mean, he's been pretty injury prone his whole career, and this team has already dealt with seemingly thousands of injuries this season. So I don't know. Maybe they can figure it out still. Maybe they've dealt with this before. This is nothing new to them.
R&B.
Yeah, you got a point.
He's right. Now, oh man, do you believe that Brock Purdy can get the job done?
No.
Can you?
I don't believe in Brock Purdy. I'm not a Brock Purdy guy. I don't give a fuck how many Purdy games he can go out and have that look real Purdy.
I told you, never trust a quarterback who can't grow facial hair.
I just don't. I don't know. I just don't really. I just don't rock with Purdy like that, man. I might be a little bit like your homeboy you was just talking about when it comes to Brock Purdy.
Just a hater for
don't
no
like
reason.
That game when he threw 5 touchdowns, I sat there and said, them was some of the ugliest touchdowns I've ever seen. Not enough zip and spiral on the ball. I ain't like it.
That's not Purdy at all.
Would have done better.
Oh man, you definitely did. I'm like, wait a minute. He threw 5 of them joints, man. Come on now.
He was like, that's not. R&B was like, that's not Purdy enough.
It's just so when it comes to Purdy, in all seriousness, he's a solid quarterback. I think he has shown that thus far. And another credit that I'll give him, that I say often when debating about him, is, first of all, hats off to Kyle Shanahan. Man, that 28-3 debacle was something, and is the OC for Atlanta, but can't nobody say that this man can't coach offense. He might be better than his daddy when it comes to coaching offense. Like, this dude is second to none. Like, the job that he's done with this team, over his tenure, and just this year alone might be one of the most single-handed best coaching jobs we've seen by a head coach that calls offensive plays in the history of the NFL. Being all of the injuries that they've had on both sides of the ball, key injuries. We're not talking about your third string or your fourth string cornerbacks and stuff like that. We're talking the Penn Lynch top guys, your Bosas, your Warners, your Purdy's at one time, all of the top guys. And now Kittle's going for the playoffs, and he missed games throughout the season. Ayuk never played this year. Pearsall didn't play, and yet they were still right there, Jawan Jennings and these other cats that, we barely know who they are, they got out there, and he schemed up some shit, and he kept them in that game, and they were able to take it home. But to bring it back home to my point on Brock Purdy is that I think that he has done the best job orchestrating this offense of all of the other quarterbacks that we've seen Kyle Shanahan have success with since he's been with the 49ers. But at the same time, it's hard for me to truly believe in him and think that he can get the job done and take them there at this point in time. It's one thing to do it through the season, and it's one thing to come out and play like that against a team in the Eagles, who the first team we could probably say that we've ever seen go from ass to good, like, you know what I'm saying, like they do. It's just, I don't know if he can really keep it going, like, with all of these injuries, because I just don't believe in him to be the guy that really lifts the talent around him. I believe in him to be the guy that can deliver when the talent around him is in place and doing what they need to do. And that's just how I see him. You know what I'm saying? I can't change that. That's how I see Purdy. I just don't think that he's the guy that's gonna go out here and be like, oh man, like he fucking, if they manage to get to the Super Bowl, I guarantee we'll all be sitting here talking about the schematic job that Kyle Shanahan did to get them there, along with having Robert Saleh back on the defensive side of the ball, who caught an impeccable defensive game yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And give a shout out to Christian McCaffrey not getting injured this season as well.
You just had to say it.
I'm just saying it because, if I pick him on fantasy, nigga gets hurt. I leave him there, he don't get hurt.
It might go down. It might go down next game.
I think you jinxed him. Yep.
I
was going to say it, but you know how it goes. It's the announcement.
Well, he might not have, though, because the season is officially over. It's the playoffs.
That's true. Good
it's
point.
The playoffs now.
Exactly.
So he made it through the season.
He did. Well, what the Eagles need to make changes. In my opinion, Jalen Hurts and last year's Eagles team is one of the most disrespected Eagles teams or Super Bowl teams that I've ever seen. And also, I would like to point out that I feel like Kyle Shanahan, he don't get enough respect coaching either. I wanted to point out, I feel like he's done, like, to your point, he did a great job. And I'm going to say it, Raj, he's the Kirk Cousins of coaching in the NFL. He coaches so well and nobody cares.
That's not true.
People
have been raving about Kyle Shanahan, the job that he's been doing with San Francisco this year all year long. That's why he's one of the top candidates for Coach of the Year. You don't be a top candidate for coach of the year and go unnoticed. It's never happened.
That's true.
He's been way more successful in his career than Kirk Cousins was. I don't like that. I do not like that.
I don't think
like
that's
that
fair.
analogy.
Kyle Shanahan.
Listen,
You
stay with
Like you,
disrespect
you
my
0 for 2. You 0 for 2 today. Get it together.
I'm not over nothing. I'm not over nothing. But Philly, what do they need to do, or what moves do they need to make in order to be successful again
Who you
to
asking?
an extent? Will.
I think they either gotta roll the dice and expand the offense. You know what I mean, and give Jalen Hurts a little more responsibility. Because you like coming back to the point that I think that it might have been you, Mike, making that point earlier, but somebody was talking about Brown, and you know what I'm saying. How it's not a personal thing with Hurts, but it's just if all he doing is running go routes, you know what I mean, the whole game. And let's be real. Number one, if you running deep posts and go routes the whole game, that's a lot of running not to get the rock. You know what I'm saying? And for the ball not to come your way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Being a decoy the whole damn game. I think they either got to expand the offense, and I'm not saying they got to be the you know what I mean, the greatest show on turf, or you know what I mean, the 16-0 Patriots, or nothing like that. But they got to expand that offense a little bit. They probably need to add a tight end that can help, you know what I mean, help out in the middle of the field. Maybe a slot receiver.
You don't like Ertz?
You can never get. I mean, if you gonna expand the offense, I just think he need more weapons. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying
Hold on. Is Ertz still there? Right? Which one of them left and went to Washington? Did Ertz go to Washington?
Ertz is gone.
Yeah.
So Goddard. So it's still
yeah,
Goddard, right?
Goddard.
Okay.
Yeah,
You're right. Goddard ain't that guy. Ertz. I like Ertz, which is why he got the deal from Washington. But Goddard ain't that guy. I had that mixed up.
Yeah, but like I said, maybe a slot receiver, maybe it's pass catching tight end. Probably still got a little work to do on the O line too, because that run game ain't what it was. That was part of the problem too. The running game wasn't as dominant this year as it was. They kind of ended up pulling it together a little bit at the end of the season, but they were struggling to run the rock. Even and that's Saints, like they whole offense start with the run game. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think they got too many issues on defense. They D line is crazy. They always pressuring the quarterback. Never have too many corners, but I think all they got to figure out what their offensive identity is going to be moving forward. Because I think the question you asked about Jalen Hurts, Purdy, Jared Goff, they all on the same tier to me. Can you win with them? Yeah. Will you win with them?
We'll see.
Maybe not. Hurts got it. They got it done last year. You know what I'm saying? But you know how the NFL is. They got a year of film on you. Now you got to you got to, you know what I mean? You got to diversify your offense, because if you keep doing the same thing, the league going to catch up at some point. So maybe they need a new offensive coordinator too. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, which is why I said what I said earlier about A.J. Brown, why I feel like the real rift is between him and Sirianni and the offensive coordinator. That offensive coordinator going to be gone right with A.J. Brown.
I agree.
But I think that's his. I don't disagree with Will's point, but I think that the real rift, I think that's where it lies, because if you pay attention to what A.J. Brown been crying about all year, it wasn't just getting the ball. It was the fact that the offense was the same. It was stagnant, and people had figured them out, and they needed to make a change, and they didn't listen to him.
I think this Philadelphia Eagles team really missed Jason Kelce.
Yeah.
A veteran, a leader,
absolutely.
damn good at his job. Yeah.
Yep. That can pull it together. Sure. Absolutely.
But they didn't have Kelce last year when they won it. They didn't have Kelce last year. He been retired.
I thought
Not saying that they didn't.
I thought he retired.
No, he retired. He retired the year before last.
No. Okay.
They didn't have Kelce last year.
Okay. I thought it was last year. My bad.
Well, we're gonna see what Philly does because they need a lot of work. Now,
No, he won.
I've been
He was there. He was there during the Super Bowl. No.
Last year?
Oh wait, no, you're right.
No, he was
right.
not.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Okay. Now you're right.
So now we go on to yesterday's game between the Bills and the Jaguars. Raj, I've been waiting all day for this. My wife wanted this topic to be first because you ain't getting away with that shit you was putting in them videos. And I pulled out stats and wrote shit down to prove my point.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm about to get at you because you ain't had she even moving closer because she know. But first, but we gonna wait because this is Brandon's team, so he gonna go first. But do know I am going right after he is done because I have the smoke ready for you on this topic. Okay.
All right.
You better not go 0 for 3.
Oh no, because I kind of need because it. Hold on, Brandon. Your thoughts yesterday on the Bills coming through and winning this game.
I think what we saw from Josh Allen yesterday is exactly what we want to see from all the other quarterbacks or like we were saying, we brought up with Caleb Williams, the 4 quarters. We just got 4 perfect quarters from Josh Allen against one of the best defense. Like that man did absolutely everything you could have possibly asked from him yesterday. Made all the plays when they were there, and they were A+ plays. Like he was leading players. He was throwing them open. So much anticipation, unbelievable pocket presence. Just the only way we are going to win the Super Bowl is if he continues to play like this for the next 12 quarters. If we win the Super Bowl, it's going to be absolute cinema because we are just going to grind our entire way down the field every single time. And it's going to be fun. The Jaguars put up a hell of a fight yesterday. They're a really good team. Yeah, I was pounding the table. Special teams are important. I hated Jacksonville's decision to go for it on 4th instead of kick the field goal in the first half. Missed field goal by Cam Little. Fumble on the kickoff by Ray Davis. Special teams played a big role yesterday. I'm just surprised we were the ones that had less special teams problems because our kicker had a quad injury. But now all of our players, basically our whole 53 is on the injury report now.
Did Jacksonville mix an extra point too or no?
No, just the kick.
They missed one field goal.
They just missed one field goal, and it was the field goal that should have never happened in the first place. That the refs were fucking terrible yesterday.
Yeah, they weren't good. But I will say an attribute that them going for it on 4th and 1, that was the wrong call.
I said go for 3. I said take the points.
Right.
In the first half, you just accumulate points. Period. End of sentence. They do that, tie game.
Yeah, exactly. And that's just what it comes down to. It's all about it's like a chess game at that point, and that's what I felt like we watched with most of the games over the weekend.
And that's what it is. Like that's been my main issue with like Sean McDermott is that he'll in the biggest moments because he's the one doing the chess match. He'll get outdueled by Andy Reid or even Zach Taylor the one time. Like, he coached his ass off, but it's just. If we're going to get there, it's got to be consistent. It's got to be clean. We did step 1, did it. Got to do it against Denver, just as good of a defense, if not better. Higher altitude. I feel better about going up against their offense than I did against Jacksonville's offense. But even so, they also have a coach that has won a Super Bowl. So it's gonna be another big. It's gonna come down to the wire. I can feel it.
Absolutely. Well, Denver's
Go in,
going to be a
Mike.
tough game.
Go in, Mike. Let me hear this.
So, yesterday, Raj.
Yep.
I'm not upset about your take fully on Justin Herbert. It didn't really get me mad. Like when we were texting, I was all right. It didn't get me mad till you ain't have no smoke for Herbert at night. That's when I got mad. That's when I got upset. And here's why. I'm upset with you, Raj, because what is Justin Herbert's record in the playoffs, Raj?
I believe it's 0-3.
Right.
0-3, right?
Okay.
0-3.
Okay.
What is Trevor Lawrence's record in the playoffs?
I'm not sure. What is Trevor Lawrence's record?
1-2. And guess who that one win is against? Justin Herbert.
After coming back from a 27,
And it was a 20-something point comeback too.
Okay. And
The point is, you over here smoking, gaslighting Trevor Lawrence and Justin Herbert. You ain't have no smoke for him.
okay.
You ain't have
now,
nothing.
Let me know when it's my turn. I'm pulling.
You ain't have nothing.
Let me know when it's my turn.
You telling me, okay? You telling me that you got Justin Herbert here, lost that lead, right? Then in Houston, 4 interceptions. Yesterday he got roughed up. He couldn't throw a touchdown to save his life. And then you're gonna sit here yesterday and say Trevor Lawrence isn't built. He's not built. Who's been in the league longer? Herbert should have been something already. He's nothing.
Okay.
Nothing.
All right.
Nothing.
Now, is it my turn?
Oh, we can go. We can have a nice conversation. Go ahead.
Okay.
What
Well,
you
let
got?
me just start off by saying this: too much is given, as much is required. Right? Now, the reason why I didn't mention Justin Herbert is because he's playing on a team that nobody knows about. The Chargers are trash. Listen, Justin Herbert didn't come into this playoff situation with high expectations. You know who did? Trevor Lawrence, playing in Duval. Yeah, he's out there playing with the Jags, and they came in there as the most hottest team in the NFL. So when we look at the picture, right? Justin Herbert's not even in the picture because we know what he does. He's 0-3. We know we're gonna look. Whenever you see someone going up against the Chargers, just know that team is going to win. It's basically a bye week, okay? Because they haven't proven anything.
So wait, but then Jacksonville's played better. But how do they have, just because they were the 3 seed? You're saying they had higher expectations against the Bills?
They were the hottest team in the NFL up until.
I disagree. The
last night.
Texans are the hottest team.
The Texans.
11-2 in their last 13.
Yeah.
Okay, and who's number 2 then?
I mean, that's fine. It's fine to say Jacksonville, but I'm number 1. Texas, the team that's about to play, they're the hottest one right now.
But if you ask me overall, when I'm talking about offense and defense, not just the defense, because that's what the Texans are doing. They're pulling off these defensive wins. The Texans.
They also have offense. They also have Nico Collins. They also have fucking.
But they're not putting up video.
They're not putting up crazy numbers.
They're not putting up video game numbers when it comes down to touchdowns. See, we knew this was going to come down to who can outscore the other quarterback. That's the reason why when I text you guys, I said the game is over when it was the first interception from Trevor Lawrence. I called it. I said it's over because one thing about Trevor Lawrence is that he is not built for the bright lights. He is not built for that stuff. He played good in college right? He even played good during the regular season. But when it comes down to playoffs, he plays scared. And that's exactly what happened. When that turnover happened, his heart left Jacksonville.
I disagree. I think Trevor Lawrence played a pretty good game yesterday. In my opinion, the last interception, which was the very last play of the game, that was a desperation throw. You trying to make something happen on fourth down.
He had a dude in his face.
And it hit the receiver. And the motherfucker just let the shit bounce off his motherfucking hands and into the air, and they got picked off. Now, if
at
you want
that
to say
point,
he threw the one, I can give you credit for the one, but that second interception, I can't put on him, and I think he played a pretty good game. He had his team in position to win the game, and that's all you can ask for.
He got touchdowns. Herbert didn't.
Okay,
and not to mention
that's my whole point. I didn't even expect a touchdown from Herbert, so I'm not even going to mention Herbert. If you notice, I didn't even do a video talking about Herbert because
you did a video for that game.
I don't recall. More of the story is that guy is nothing to me in the playoffs.
I don't recall.
He haven't proven anything. But when it comes down to Trevor Lawrence, this was time for Trevor Lawrence to step up and be that guy. Okay? It was time for him to be that guy. Did you see what Josh Allen did? He put his head down and he went straight for that goal post. He didn't waste time trying to wait in the pocket, see who's open. No, he took it upon himself and said, I'm going to score this damn touchdown. Yes, he had people backing him up, but you know what? He pushed about 4 people with him. So the point is, if you're that dude, you got to be that dude. And Trevor Lawrence is not that dude. And that's why I said from the first freaking interception, I said, oh, game over. It's over. Because he is not mentally there when it comes down to the playoff wins. Now, we can say, oh, the receiver caught it and it dropped or flicked off his hands. But at the end of the day, interception is interception. 3 touchdowns,
man,
2 interceptions.
Raj, you be trolling, though, man. You be trolling. You can't compare. You cannot compare what Josh Allen did and then turn around and say Trevor Lawrence needed to do the same thing in that way. Hold on. I don't disagree with you that Trevor Lawrence needed to be that guy, just like Josh Allen was that guy yesterday. But to sit up and say that Trevor Lawrence needed to do a 15-yard tush push, like bro, that's not his style of play. Trevor Lawrence is an agile, mobile pocket quarterback. He's not Josh Allen. Josh Allen might be the white Dante Culpepper. Okay, two different motherfucking styles of play.
He's the white
two different beasts.
I was gonna say Cam, but a better passer.
Cam Newton, Dante Culpepper, Josh Allen. Okay, same motherfucker.
And the other thing is
Josh over all 2 of those dudes, though.
Okay, but guess what?
I'll take Josh. I will take Josh because of the upside. But at the end of the day, when we just talk about just straight big brute quarterbacks. Same motherfucking 3 guys.
You got to find a way to win. That's my point. All right, let's see how many rushing yards Trevor Lawrence had. Okay, 31 yards, right? So that means he can rush. That means he can get out there and use his legs to get some yards. That's my point. Whatever way, my point is this.
It sounds like he did.
He had a free rusher on that final interception. Someone was right in his face.
He look. When it comes down to it, I've seen Trevor Lawrence do this almost every single playoff game where he plays smaller than what he is. And this guy
is the same dude that had a 27-something comeback?
Against who? The Chargers, ladies and gentlemen.
But it don't matter.
We don't count those games. That is a bye week for whoever's playing. Just call that a bye week. Move them on to the second round.
Your point would be more valid if Trevor Lawrence went out there and did what Josh Herbert did yesterday, and I didn't see that. I seen him put his team in position to win the game and come up short. He came up short, but he still put his team in position to win the game. And at the end of the day, as the quarterback in the playoffs, that's all you can ask for. Put us in position to win the game.
Which is true, but the expectation was
Herbert didn't do that. No, I don't. Nobody had the motherfucking Jacksonville Jaguars coin as going to the Super Bowl or the AFC Championship. We all
They
been
had-
talking all year
well,
about how there's
well,
been a wide open
Vic-
AFC and a wide open NFC.
Well,
No,
Vegas
no
had
true
them.
dominant, no true dominant teams. Just teams playing good football, but no true dominant teams.
I would say this: Vegas had them beating the Bills. I'm not talking about winning the Super Bowl. I'm talking about
But
beating.
we not talking about Vegas though. We talking about our football knowledge. What did I sit here and say last week? I picked Buffalo to win that game, just like I picked the Chargers to win that game. But I picked them both to win those games because I said they both needed to win those games because they got something to prove. No excuses.
And there's my point.
I don't feel the same way about Trevor Lawrence as I felt about Josh Allen because he hasn't been in the position that Josh Allen has been.
Not to mention, didn't you just say last week that Jacksonville is a year ahead? It was them and another team. You said you felt they were a year ahead. So in retrospect, based on that, you got the result that you were looking for.
Yeah, and
so you felt like it was high expectations on the team that's a year ahead.
Right.
Yes.
You're a troll.
No. Then I'll be the troll. Because when it's all said and done, we all watched the same game. And we watched that man turn it over in two pivotal moments. And at the end of the day, Trevor Lawrence does this every single time the lights are bright. And that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that he's not a good quarterback. He's good during the regular season. He's good during times that there's no pressure on him. But now that there's pressure on him, and it comes down for him to win, he shrinks.
And if he was the quarterback for the New York Jets and that was them playing yesterday, you would be sitting here saying he need more help and it wasn't his fault. That it was a free rusher in his face at the end of the game when he threw the last pick. That hit the receiver and then let it ricochet.
That's not true. That's not true.
It did hit the receiver.
No, I'm not saying that's not true. I'm saying I wouldn't say that. I'm saying my thing is I've been more critical about the Jets quarterback than anybody because I know that they know how to screw up quarterbacks. Look at what they did to Justin Fields. Justin Fields is playing like he just started playing football. Look what they did to Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold was seeing ghosts.
Justin Fields been playing like that.
But he wasn't like that when he was playing in Chicago. He wasn't like that.
He actually got wins in Pittsburgh.
That's what I'm saying.
He got wins in Chicago too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He got wins with the Jets too, didn't he?
He threw. I'll put it this way. What he had, 10 yards one game? He never did that.
Yeah.
He never did that. So what I'm saying is I've been critical of the Jets when the Jets mess up their quarterback. Now, if Trevor Lawrence was on the Jets, I would say the same thing I'm saying right now. This guy shrinks when the lights are bright, and at the end of the day, he needs to figure out how to be clutch. He's not a bad quarterback. He's a good quarterback. But when it's time for him to win an actual game, when it all counts, like last night or in the afternoon, he showed that he turns the ball over as many times as he gets a damn touchdown. That's my point. The man went out there and stunk up the place towards the end. We can't say that he did good if he lost the damn game, and it was because he turned the ball over. The guy
I'm not gonna say he did good because they lost the game. All I'm saying is you trying to compare his performance to Justin Herbert's performance, and they're not two in the same.
No, I didn't compare it.
Do you understand if Justin Herbert did what Trevor Lawrence did yesterday, they win?
No, I didn't compare it. Mike compared it.
He
said I didn't have smoke for Herbert. I don't care about Herbert. Herbert is Sherbert. Okay, he's nobody. He shows up and he looks confused. He don't know where he's going. The man didn't even score a touchdown. He had 4 quarters to score a touchdown, couldn't get 1 point on the board. So the point is, I don't care about Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert.
I think the better question is why do you care so much about Trevor Lawrence?
Because I have high expectations for like I said in the beginning.
Well, how do you have high expectations for a team that you said is a year ahead? If they're a year ahead, they did what they were supposed to do. And let's be honest, if on 4th and 1, they convert that, let's say, and they score or they get a field goal and they kick another field goal, we could possibly be having a different conversation.
If their defense get a stop, we having a different conversation.
These are both.
We
These are
can go
both
with
top.
ifs all day, but when it's all said and done, that man turned it over twice, man.
These are both top 6 draft picks. They both have high expectations on them.
Based on what we seen yesterday, Will, can Buffalo win it all?
I probably trust Josh Allen more than any other quarterback in the AFC. So yeah. Even if they have to go on the road to New England,
New England is. I'm not scared of New England.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like I don't think Josh Allen is scared of anybody in the AFC. You know what I'm saying? Only person that really doesn't had his number is Mahomes, and he lost once to Burrow, right? The year that Cincinnati went to the Super Bowl.
And there was a lot of shit that went down that year. There was the DeMar Hamlin year. There was a shooting in Buffalo. There was blizzards that killed people that relocated him for 3 games. That was an absolute disgusting year.
But I don't think they scared of anybody in the AFC. I felt, you know what? I would bet money that Josh Allen got them feeling like they didn't even really need home field advantage. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like whatever road they had to take, they was going to beat anybody anyway, whether it had been Baltimore or, you know what I mean, Kansas City or whoever. You know what I mean? Obviously they didn't make the playoffs, but I don't think they worried about nobody. And the only team that I would bet money on, I ain't gonna say I would bet money on it. The only team I would see really giving them problems is Houston.
Houston is absolutely the correct answer.
Yeah, I don't think anybody else really concerns them.
Houston, we haven't won in Houston since 2006, and we would have to play this game in Houston. So they are by far the team I do not want to see.
So all right. I can't disagree with that. We do know that Mahomes has been Buffalo's kryptonite. So I'm going to ask everyone this question, and I believe this to the fullest. Do you believe that if Buffalo is to win this season, that they truly still lose? Ultimately, you want to win a Super Bowl. If other teams couldn't get there, so be it. But the narrative, right, will be Mahomes wasn't there. Do you think that's a fair narrative to Buffalo?
I don't, because I already asked the question, would it be more impressive to go on the road and win 3 straight games than to have actually gotten over the hump against Mahomes? And you all unanimously said yes.
I don't think Will was here for that. So,
well, that's correct. Will wasn't here for that, but the 3 of you at the top of the screen, you all said yes. That'd be more impressive to do what we're about to trying to do.
Yeah, win on the road.
No, I wasn't here for that, but I'm pretty sure I said last week that Buffalo was damned if they do and damned if they don't. Because if they win it, they gonna say that Lamar wasn't in the playoffs, Mahomes wasn't in the playoffs, Burrow wasn't in the playoffs. You didn't have to beat none of them. And if they don't win it, they're gonna say Lamar wasn't in the playoffs, Mahomes wasn't in the playoffs, Burrow wasn't in the playoffs, and you couldn't get it done. You know what I'm saying?
Amen.
So they just got to play for them. Like, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, if they do win this Super Bowl, I don't think they go when everybody talking about when First Take is talking their shit that next morning. I don't think they'll be sitting around worried about what they got to say. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Fuck
Absolutely. Fuck Ryan Clark. What did he do?
Motherfucker's the most racist asshole on television. Fuck that guy.
Well, damn.
Damn, you think Ryan Clark racist?
He's gotten called out by other black people for being racist. Yes.
Oh, listen. That's nothing compared to the racism I got hit with today. Oh man, it's a life of a delivery driver. Huh?
Said fuck ice.
Nah, man. I was delivering and I was on a side street and I had my 4-ways on and the guy behind me just was honking. So I reached my hand out the window, and like he's going around, and I'm looking for the paperwork for the stop, and he rolled down the window and called me a fucking dirty N, hard R. So yeah,
Disgusting. But
yeah.
that person's not on television though.
Don't mean it was right.
I'm not arguing. I'm not saying that was correct or that's wrong. But my original point was he's the most racist asshole on television.
Yeah, I don't know how he's racist. I never really.
I need proof. Send me clips and videos.
Yeah,
the bias he has for black quarterbacks over white quarterbacks is unbelievably prevalent.
I don't know if I'd call that racism.
So there's plenty of motherfuckers who got got prejudice for white quarterbacks over black quarterbacks.
Right.
Like who? And specifically, like on television, constantly. Like I can show you more than one instance where he has directly contradicted himself within a week of his takes.
Show me.
Like he was literally just crying and saying, "Oh, you played your heart out, 8. Good job, Lamar. You did everything you could. None of this was on you." When he lost to us last year in the divisional round, when he threw 2 interceptions in Buffalo, but here he is saying that even if receivers drop the ball, and doesn't matter if Josh loses this game, it's all on him. It's clear the metrics that he holds for other.
Yeah, that's not racism at all. Like that's not racism.
He's just being biased. Fine. His bias is too strong.
He may have a bias, but those two words don't mean the same thing.
No, you're right. That's fine. But like it's clear that his bias is too strong and he shouldn't be on television for it.
Listen, for as long as I've been watching sports, I've had to listen to God knows how many white commentators with their bias, whether it's quarterbacks, point guards, you know what I mean, or whatever it is you want to name. So, it'll be okay. It'll be okay.
I mean, what is it? Like we also hear that with Chris Collinsworth and Mahomes. Like it's
I was just about to say every year. I don't know if anyone realizes that I start every season, every Sunday night game with the same status. Just so in case anyone forgot, I hate Chris Collinsworth.
I can't stand Joe Buck. I can't stand that fuck motherfucker. He always got some sideways shit to say.
He sucks too.
You know who I hate the most of all of them? Along with them? That little poodle face, ugly Nick fucking Wright. I can't stand that motherfucker. I can't stand that ugly motherfucker.
Also, Skip Bayless.
Nah, Nick Wright is a Mahomes glazer.
I mean, he's a Chiefs fan.
I'm just talking about period. Overall, I don't.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't like him because he be glazing on the Chiefs.
He's a literal Chiefs fan. I can't be mad at him for that.
Yeah, he glazed who he want to glaze.
But I will say this: as a sports commentator, you can't be one-sided with things. Man.
That's what I'm saying. Like Ryan Clark it's unbelievably very biased. It's very prevalent. He's gotten called out by. Who's the former Bills player? I forget his name. I'll find it. Marcellus Wiley. Wiley went on a whole rant about it.
But okay,
that's Marcellus Wiley ain't the perfect black.
Yeah, I was gonna say we'll leave that discussion for another day.
Leave that where it's
because Marcellus
you ain't
Wiley,
open your case.
We're not gonna go there. But I will say this. I will say this. A lot of the sports pundits out there are taking hits because they know that most of the stuff that they're saying is coming from a place that they don't like a certain athlete or they don't like a certain type of athlete. So like a lot of people are now listening to independent media. That's the reason why I love what we do. Because we're allowed to say what we want to say and also don't allow the bias come in. You know what I'm saying? Like we're all fans of different teams. so we can basically say whatever the hell we want, and also be critical of our team without any type of like pushback. But ESPN, Fox Sports, even CBS, those guys, I don't listen to shit they say because they have such a biased opinion on whatever the hell they want to push. Like prime example, we was talking about last week with Mike. What's my guy's name from the Giants? Mike
From the
Shannon.
Giants?
Yeah, with the gap in his teeth. What's his name? I can't even
Mike
think.
Strahan.
Strahan. Yeah, my bad.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
so
when we was
I
talking
was
about
so
how
pissed.
he,
Yeah,
how he
last
was hating on Miles
yeah,
Garrett.
yeah. Last week he pissed me off with his comments. But I bring that up because we also got to keep in mind these people are paid to say some bullshit on air. So just keep that in the back of your mind. But just wanted to say that real quick.
Well, that's like I see, someone say something along the lines of, when they were on First Take, like they would go over, they would do a production meeting, right? And they'd go
Mhm.
over
They go through it
everything
every
for the
morning.
show. Yep, and whichever take Stephen A took, you took the other take. Like
Right.
that's kind of
Right. That's how it is. Yeah.
like whatever he said, you were going to go on there and say the
Say
opposite.
the
Like
opposite.
Right.
Yeah,
that's
Right.
how it works.
yeah,
Yep.
that's whack.
But
That's
see,
whack.
the other thing is too, different people play different roles. So Stephen A had will say when it was him and Skip or him and Max, you know what I mean? They debated against each other, but then also so like when the Dan Orlovsky come on, that's the only time anybody's really asking him his opinion. When he's on any other show, you know what I mean? He's breaking down film and like you know what I mean. So
Mm-hmm.
he's supposed to be more objective, you know what I mean, when he shows up. Stephen A is there to give his opinion. You know what I mean? And when you giving your opinion, inherently there's gonna be bias. You know what I mean? Bias is not always like a bad thing because we all got biases, which is basically our preferences. But you gotta it's kind of about who you talking about too when you saying this. Stephen A I can see him, Skip, they all got their biases. You know what I mean? Nick Wright, we all know how much he a LeBron fanboy. You know what I mean? Like, and they all sports fans too. So they going like I said, they gonna have their biases. But some of them, I agree, some of them shouldn't be showing up with their opinions when it's not time to show up with their opinions. It kind of depend on what the forum is, what show they on, you know what I mean, and what they there to do.
Fair
Might as
enough.
well with. By the way, it's 3-0-3 Steelers. By the way,
Oh yeah, you already know I'm here. I'm here. TV's behind me, but right, got it right here on the tablet, baby. We watch it one way or another. So we kind of discussed this, but we got to talk about it. Last night, the night game was the most boring of all the games we've seen. It was, it was a defensive chess match, excuse me. And I'm gonna start with Will on this one. Is this a feel good win for Drake May to get his feet wet in the playoffs? And is that win enough for them to have confidence to win this week?
Every win in the playoffs is a feel good win. You know what I'm saying? Win to go home. So I, and for a young team that, again, everybody probably feel like for the most part, everybody except for the people in New England kind of felt like this is a team that was a year ahead. But you know what I mean? It's nothing wrong. We've seen New England do it before. I'm not saying he Tom Brady, but you know what I mean? They timeline accelerated when Tom Brady, you know what I mean, came in for Drew Bledsoe and became Tom Brady. So if you could piece as many wins together as you can in the playoffs, you know what I mean? Maybe they wasn't planning on the Super Bowl this year, but you never know. They might find themselves there. So, just they do have to I do think it's important for them to, it was an important win. Obviously, again, it's every playoff win is important. That's what I was saying. But young team, like I say, I don't even know if they really expected to be in this position like this. So you never know. You never know where it can take you. We've seen it. It don't happen a whole lot, but we've seen it in the NFL where a team that, you know what I mean, not necessarily came out of nowhere, but just kind of took it and made it a whole lot farther than anybody expected them to. So, and again, Drake May, it's not always good to build that resume, get that confidence, feel like you can beat anybody anywhere. So,
Based on that, based on what Will said, R&B, do you believe that the Patriots play has gotten them this far, or the favorable schedule? Obviously, they can't control that, but it is a factor.
And that's why I'm gonna say 50-50. I
Okay.
mean, you can't, what I'm saying, you can't control who you got to play. All you can control is how you playing and whether you win or not. And they have gone out and done that. So I have to say it's 50-50. But just because they've gone out and done that doesn't mean that I also can't take notice that they've done that against, somewhat favorable competition. So with that being said, the Patriots are just a tricky team for me. I don't really know how to look at them. I know that they are good. They are good. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. I think even with a tougher schedule, this team still, makes the playoffs. But are they the number 1 seed or top 3 seed? You know what I'm saying? Making the playoffs. So it's just real tough with them, man. It's tough with them. I really don't know exactly how to read them, but like Solstice has said earlier, I definitely think the Buffalo can beat them if they end up having them match up.
didn't they beat Buffalo twice this year?
I think they split.
They split.
split. They split.
And we lost by 3 the first time, and we had 12 penalties, 3 turnovers. It took us shooting ourselves in the foot 1,000 times for them to beat us.
Raj, in your opinion, win or lose this upcoming week for the Patriots, are there now expectations in New England? And if so, what are they?
Well, we know that the Patriots have a championship or bust type of mentality when it comes down to playing with their quarterbacks that can reach that level of being a franchise quarterback. We saw it with Tom Brady, and now we're seeing it with Drake May. Drake May's up. Everyone had Drake May as like top 3, and when it comes down to MVP votes, so we'll see how that goes. But it's Super Bowl or bust at this point. So yeah, there's going to be those expectations, and I think just as much as we criticize and say that the championship window is getting smaller, for the Bills, the championship window is getting smaller for the Patriots too, because we know the AFC they got some teams, man. They got some teams coming, and if they can't find a way, go ahead.
You gotta. I need you to show your work. So show me how you got to this answer, this math question, because I'm not understanding how you saying that the Patriots Super Championship window is closing already for a team that's just arriving with a second or third year quarterback. Brand new head coach.
Brand new head coach. AFC is packed. Okay, you got teams like the Broncos coming up, right? There's other teams that didn't make it, like the Bills. I mean, not the Bills. The Ravens, the Bengals, the Chiefs. So that window's closing. This is probably the only time I can see the Patriots taking a run that the way they did. Like I said, respectably, the same way everyone's saying that, hey, that window for the Bills is about that big. So is the Patriots. Because do you honestly believe that the Chiefs aren't coming? Do you honestly believe the Ravens aren't coming? Those teams already.
Do you honestly believe that the Patriots not coming? They one of those teams that's coming.
Honestly,
now I hear what you're saying is when you're talking about Buffalo because they've actually been in the mix. So
right.
in order for it to have a championship window and for it to be open and for it to close, you actually had to been in the mix.
Yeah.
Buffalo's the team whose window is closing because teams like the Patriots and these other teams that you name are now here and coming.
Right. But what I'm saying is that we are now witnessing a championship window without the top contenders that we're normally used to seeing. And to be quite honest, I don't.
Could it be a changing of the guard though?
It's
Could it
not,
be a changing of the guard?
I don't believe it is. And the reason I'm saying is because the Patriots was just at the right place at the right time. And to be quite honest, that showed last night. It was a defensive matchup where there was only one touchdown scored. One. So if they go up against somebody that can put up 2 touchdowns, it's game over. Barbecue chicken. It's simple math. I mean, if I can outscore you, then I win. The Patriots couldn't score 2 touchdowns. They scored a touchdown and a field goal.
Yeah, but every NFL game is not created equal. Why do we always have to look and say if only a certain set amount of points is scored, that it's ultimately a bad game? Sometimes those games are not going to allow you to put up the numbers that you may want to put up. Sometimes defenses say you're not going to do this. You're going to have to figure out a way to win it a different way. And I felt like the Patriots did that yesterday. They figured out a way to win a sloppy defensive game.
Yes, a win is a win. I agree. But do you honestly believe that there's no other team that can outscore these guys in the AFC right now?
I'm not saying that, Raj. I'm just saying that you're tripping when you say that their championship window is closing because they just arrived. This is not a team that's been here.
And once again, the question was, do you believe that they are a fraud, basically, pretty much, or do you believe they're true? And I believe they're frauds. I don't believe that they're a true team that they are. Because name the
So in that way, you would just say that you don't think that they ever had a championship window.
This is
and at that point, I have to say that's your opinion.
This is their window, and it's all my opinion. It's not facts. This is their window. This is their window because they don't have a number 1 wide receiver. They don't have a number 1 wide receiver. They just figured out who their running back is. Their defense is good.
But you said, I don't know, man. I get what you're trying to say, but it just.
I know Stephon Diggs has got 1,000 yards again.
Yeah, he did, and it's like how can you on one hand say, oh, do you not feel anybody can beat them or go out and outscore these cats and put up more points than them, but then turn around and say that also that you know what I'm saying that this is their like.
If I recall correctly, they're going to have a lot of cap space too.
This is their time. What I'm saying is, right now is their time to prove that they can actually go to the Super Bowl. In my opinion, in my humble opinion, I believe their window is this window right now because nobody sees this team as a real serious team until they're a real serious team. Because you got to remember, the Ravens aren't there, the Bengals aren't there, and the Chiefs not there. Those are the 3 teams that normally knock people off.
To me, that case stands more for Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills than they do for the New England Patriots and the Denver Broncos.
Wait, what's that? What'd you say?
Because of Josh Allen. Everything that you're saying makes more sense for the Buffalo Bills and Josh Allen than it does for the New England Patriots and the Denver Broncos, in my opinion.
Okay, and that's your opinion.
Because he's the veteran quarterback and he's the one that's been here.
And that's fine. And that's fine. And that's your opinion. But in my
ain't nobody saying, oh, Bo Nix and Drake May gotta win this year. Nobody's saying that.
I am. I'm saying
why?
Because listen, there's teams that proven that they're better. That's what I'm saying.
They didn't this year. That's why they're not playing. That's why they're in Cancun.
And there's a lot of injuries. There was a whole bunch of injuries this year. But what I'm saying is the normal suspects that we normally see are the Bengals, the Ravens, and the Chiefs in the AFC.
Ravens
Now,
don't send no one home. I don't want to hear it.
But hold on a second. There's more. What I'm saying is there's teams that prove when healthy and with everything together, right? They can beat these teams. Because guess what? The Ravens wasn't healthy. The Bengals wasn't healthy. And Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, they weren't 100%. And they don't have a wide receiver. So if they re-up next season, right, those teams like the Broncos and the teams like the Patriots, those guys are still wet behind the ears. They're still trying to figure out how to get 2 touchdowns. These guys do not score. Yes, defense plays a huge part, and they're doing great on defense. But during the playoffs, if you can't put up 21 points, then guess what? You're going home. That's just my opinion, because they didn't prove anything to me yesterday with the Patriots. The Patriots showed that they play really good defense. As far as their offense, it's horrible. It's horrible.
They don't have to prove anything this year, though. That's the thing. They're playing with house money. They're gonna their window is wide the fuck open right now.
Okay, well let's see. Let's clip this up and let's see what happens next season. And when we come back, we can see who's right and who's wrong. Do those teams make the playoffs? Do those teams go out the first round? Do those teams lose against the 3 suspects I just mentioned? The Bengals, the Ravens, and the Chiefs. Let's see.
The Patriots definitely, with the AFC East, going to have a lot harder schedule next year, so it will be interesting.
Yeah. And hey, once again, congratulations to the Patriots. But you can't pretend that this team is scary. This team is not scary at all.
That doesn't scary. That doesn't. Yeah, that being scary has nothing to do with.
That's why that window's like this. That window's like this.
That's not.
If you want to say that I feel like the New England Patriots need to try their hardest to capitalize to win this year as a team that we all felt might have been a year ahead of schedule, then okay, I can hear you on that. But to say that they window is right now and that's it, with the way that they've set up, they have a young franchise quarterback. They got a brand new head coach who's proven in the league that he can be a good head coach. They have a pretty good defense. They have a solid running game, and they got plenty of cap space coming up this offseason. I'm sorry, I don't disagree that they window is right now. Like I said, if you want to say they should be trying as hard as they can to capitalize on a weakened open AFC, I can't disagree with you there. But I do also think that if they don't capitalize this year, that they still will be set up to do so going forward.
This season is already a success for the New England Patriots.
Yeah, it's a success because once again, luck of injuries, luck of schedule, right? So I'm saying that I feel, and this is personal opinion, their window is now. If they don't find a way to win this damn Super Bowl, they probably won't get back for a very long time.
That is the Buffalo Bills, man. That is the Buffalo Bills. We have like $4 million in cap space. We need to get it done now. What you're saying is the Bills, not the Patriots.
No, I said both.
More for us than the Patriots.
And that's probably the case. That's probably the case. But what I'm saying is, for both teams, that's why I led my take. I said both teams, this is their time to win the Super Bowl. Now, I'm not saying who's going to win over the other because I don't know, because it can go either way. But what I am saying is that window is closing for both of these guys, because when the 3 teams that we're normally used to seeing in the playoffs come back into the playoffs, everything changes. I don't think you guys understand. The Ravens were not healthy this season.
Even when they were healthy, they lost to us. I don't want to hear it.
But they can win against the – you think they can't beat the Patriots?
They didn't. They already lost to them. If they beat the Patriots, they'd be in the playoffs.
They were not healthy.
We are dying. The Bills are dying. Did you see Josh Allen almost die on the field? Our players were dropping like flies. We didn't have our main wide receiver, Josh Palmer. We haven't had Ed Oliver, our main defensive tackle, like all year. We didn't have our first-round pick last week. Like, we are – I don't give a fuck about injuries. Like, they didn't make it. They weren't good enough.
Okay, and that's fair. But once again, we'll see.
They're not good enough.
Clip this up. Let's see what happens next season.
Can we bring some method to this madness, man?
Some method to this madness. Oh man. So we gonna go down the divisional round real quick.
I mean,
So who we and then I hope everyone's got their running backs ready.
I was not informed of that.
Oh, you weren't? Uh-oh.
No.
They
I
can
was
look,
not.
but they cannot.
Uh-oh, he dropped it.
So this week, the one divisional game is going to be, we got the 49ers at the Seahawks. Who y'all got in this game?
Playing like ass. Houston playing like ass.
Taking Seattle.
You said Seahawks and who?
49ers.
Where do they play? They play in Seattle?
Seattle.
In Seattle on Saturday.
I gotta give it to Seattle on that one.
I agree.
See,
I agree.
Sam Darnold is on that same tier with Purdy and Goff and Jalen Hurts for me. So I don't really believe in either one of them. San Francisco got so many injuries. And it's always, even if you're healthy, it's tough to get a win in Seattle, especially in the playoffs, man. 12th man is real. So I'm going with Seattle.
Absolutely. I agree. Seattle, especially with all the injuries, I think that it's Seattle had the week off. I think they're going to be pretty ready for them, for what the Niners have.
All right, we almost done.
Did R&B give his or who he thinks was going to win? I know he's got the camera off at the moment.
Nah,
I
he
just sat
didn't.
back down.
Oh, okay.
I just
Yeah,
sat
no.
back down.
Just 49ers or the Seahawks. Who do you think's taking the game?
I'm gonna roll with Seattle. Shanahan's run comes to an end.
Okay. We got Buffalo at Denver.
Pessimism forever. Denver's winning. We're too injured, short on rest. They've been on a bye, up altitude. I don't like the matchup.
Well, I'm just gonna say I don't give a fuck about anything that Agent Sosa's just said. I'm picking Buffalo because I'm picking Buffalo for the same reason that I picked them last week.
Yep.
Josh Allen gotta get it done.
Yep, same here.
Like I said, pessimism forever. Right? You pick against the Steelers, right, Mike? That's how that goes.
Yeah, usually when I do that, they win.
I'll just find every reason I can to say it to be pessimistic. Let's go.
Oh yeah, I'm rocking with Buffalo though in this game myself.
That's fine.
I'm going with Buffalo too. I don't know if Bo Nick's ready for prime time yet.
Nah.
And Josh Allen just be figuring out ways to get shit done, man. So I'm going with Buffalo.
Damn. They drugged him to the ground.
We got.
I said this would be a matchup. They're just beating the shit out of each other.
We got the Rams at Chicago.
This one's gonna be. This one's gonna be good. I'm excited for this.
That's gonna be a good game.
I'm excited for this one.
You know what? I hate to do it. I gotta roll with Chicago, and I'm gonna tell you why.
This one's in Chicago. Yes.
Yes, it's at home, and for some reason, it's that clutch gene that Caleb Williams got. He's clutch as hell. If they pull this one off, they're gonna be a scary team moving forward.
I can't. I've been rocking with the Rams all season. I think they find a way to get it done. Caleb Williams has to play a lot better. One half of football against this team isn't going to get it done. So
That's all you need.
it's all you need, yes. But like I said earlier, at some point he's going to have to play 4 good quarters or 4 mistake-free quarters. So I don't know if that's. I don't think that's this week though. And against the Rams, he could do that, and it still may not be enough to win the game. But I'm gonna rock with Los Angeles on this.
I'm gonna take Chicago just because it's the windy city and Caleb has the stronger arm.
All right, I can dig it.
Fact. And if it gets cold, they're not gonna know how to play. That's a fact. Good point. Good point, Brandon.
Who's not gonna know how to play?
Stafford played in Chicago once a year. You know what I mean? For how many seasons?
Green Bay as
Yeah,
well.
Yeah, he played in the
Green Bay too. Yeah.
He's used to
Stafford
that.
plays half his game in the dome. I don't want to hear it.
Man,
Yeah.
what is it about Stafford that tells you that he can't play in cold weather? When has that ever been a thing?
Last game.
Where they put up 38 points, I think.
34, I think it was.
34, yeah.
34?
Almost caught an L.
But they didn't. Everybody except for who beat the Chargers? That was only New England. Everybody except for New England almost took an L. Like every game, almost except for maybe last night, but every team that had the lead with 2 minutes lost. You know what I mean? The first 3-4 playoff games, like everybody almost took an L this weekend.
You talking about Bryce Young, though, man? We talking about the Panthers, man. Them niggas shouldn't have been there.
Then you picked up. Wait a minute. Then you picked up to win a division.
I did, and they won. That division's horrible. That's my point. That division's horrible because I knew Baker Mayfield was going to run out of gas, and he did.
That's not true. They had an injury-riddled season.
Evans,
not a hurt-riddled season.
Did Ibuka miss some games too?
No, I don't think.
Yep,
he did.
He did.
Yeah.
Godwin is a shell of himself. That team is fried.
Evans went down. Like I don't know. All I know is when they was on all cylinders, I think they were 6-2.
Yeah, 6-2. But we talking Baker Mayfield, man.
And then they ended up 8-9.
Shake and bake.
All right, Raj, I gotta know, who do you hate more, Baker Mayfield or Ben Simmons?
Ben Simmons. That's not even a question. Let me tell you, man. Ben Simmons, he finessed the NBA. He had 2 good seasons and he dipped. That dude is the biggest scammer in the NBA's history. That man right now is chilling somewhere fishing. So if we say shake and bake versus Baker, I gotta roll with Ben Simmons, man. Ben Simmons is scammer. Shout out to his agent though. Shout out to Rich Paul. Rich Paul, he ended up walking away with a huge bag because of Ben Simmons.
Oh man! And then the last but not least, the Patriots will play the winner of this game.
Patriots beat the Steelers. Patriots lose to the Texans.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, we beat the Patriots earlier in the season, but they weren't the Patriots we've seen now. But I'm gonna go out a little bit on a limb and say they'll lose either way.
Oh, cool.
Houston don't look like they want to win this game.
This drive.
Houston's doing their thing this drive.
Yeah, well, Metcalf dropping passes he shouldn't shouldn't drop. It's a problem, but
Maybe he wouldn't be out there dropping passes if he probably wasn't rusty from missing the past 2 games, getting himself suspended.
He's pulling the AJ Brown. He won out.
an AJ Brown.
His palm still hurts from slapping that dude.
Them Browns.
Them Browns.
Chris Brown, AJ Brown.
Yeah,
Bobby
them
Brown.
Brown. Them
Antonio
Brown.
Brown.
Antonio Brown, and DK Metcalf.
Brown University.
What did homie call him? Dicarius? DeKalin.
Called him by his full government.
I think the only safe Brown. The only safe Brown is James Brown.
Shit.
James Brown was a beast.
He
We forgot,
was,
we
but he
forgot-
lost his damn mind near the end.
He was
We
a-
forgot.
he was
We
a
forgot
real
Orlando Brown.
OG. Orlando Brown.
Oh yeah, Orlando.
Cleveland Brown.
Kwame
Cleveland
Brown.
Brown.
Kwame Brown.
Kwame Brown.
Kwame Brown. Oh man, that shit drove me crazy that he
Joe
ever wore a
Brown.
Pistol uniform. I hated that shit. I swear to God.
Oh,
my
man.
God.
All right, let's
Oh,
get
that's
to this
great.
list, fellas.
I don't have a list. I was not informed.
It's all good.
You can
Wing it.
you can judge or wing it.
I'll wing it.
Just wing it.
I'll wing it.
All right, who's going first?
Not me.
I'll start. I'll start with.
Oh, good.
I'll start with number 10. I got Chris Johnson.
Okay.
CJ 2K.
All right, I'm gonna start. I'm gonna go second. I'm gonna just give y'all a couple honorables real quick. I ain't do none of my normal tactics and shit this week, but I got some honorable mentions. So I got for honorable mention Tony Dorsett, Curtis Martin, Marcus Allen, and Terrell Davis. But my number 10, Earl Campbell.
OJ Simpson.
Oh, he's on my list.
He said, let the white guy go get this one out the way.
He's
Yo,
on my
I feel like OJ's last name should have been Brown.
That was funny.
Or
Hey,
Thaddeus
OJ
Brown.
hey, that vote counted. OJ getting them points.
Yeah.
Right? He ain't wrong.
That was funny.
I can go ahead. This was like by far the hardest list that I've been a part of so far with you guys. Cause I for real off the top of my head had like 25, 26 running backs that I just jotted down. My number 10 is Beast Mode, Marshawn Lynch. Yeah, number 10, Marshawn Lynch, Beast Mode.
Hey, 2 Bills at 10.
I'm at number 10 for me, even though he's still playing. And once again, it's my opinion. Is Derrick Henry, number 10.
I ain't mad at it.
I ain't mad at it, but we got to start putting some context to these lists. I thought we were doing greatest ever, not our favorites to watch.
What's the difference?
I mean, you can make a. I mean,
It's
top
a big difference.
Derrick Henry
top
absolutely
4 or
has an
5,
argument.
9 yards, and like number 3 in touchdowns.
Derrick Henry has an argument for top 10.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
definitely.
I said I ain't mad at him. I said I ain't mad at him. I just said we got to start putting some context.
Just in general, because you know I'm about to go off the rails soon.
Oh God, Doug Williams of the running backs.
He gonna have Mike Vick in his shit.
Why not? Why not?
Oh, shit.
All right, number 9. I'll start with number 9.
God.
Jerome Bettis, the bus.
Okay, I got Frank Gore.
Number 9 for me, I got O.J. Simpson.
I'm gonna go with LaDainian Tomlinson. Just winging it.
I had Edge, Adrian James, at number 9.
Oh, that should be it. Yeah, I was gonna say that's intentional grounding.
Did they hit him with that? What they hit him with?
With what?
Oh, intentional grounding. Okay.
It was grounding.
You didn't get out of the pocket, didn't get back to the line of scrimmage. That was
the old man move right there.
That was I'm not trying to die move.
That's why I said old man move.
Dude was coming in ready to kill him.
He was trying to preserve his body.
Well, might as well get ready to punt this away. What you call it? Are we on number 8 now?
Yeah, number 8.
Yeah, number 8.
All right, I got O.J. Simpson.
That's funny. I got OJ at number 8 too.
8.
At number 8, I got Adrian Peterson.
Damn, you got him that low, bro?
At number 8, I got Adrian Peterson.
At number 8,
this is an all-time greats list. Not the best I've seen. or like to watch.
I'm gonna say.
Number 8.
Oh, you go, Will. Sorry.
My bad. You can go ahead.
I'll go with Eric Dickerson.
I also have Eric Dickerson at number 8.
Bam! Look at us, Will.
All right.
Number 7, I got LaDainian Tomlinson.
Number 7, I got Marshawn Lynch.
I'll put Derrick Henry at number 7.
I got Marshall Faulk at number 7.
That's what I forgot.
I got I got Roger Craig at number 7. And then number 6, I got Emmitt Smith.
Number 6, I got Eric Dickerson.
Number 6,
Number 6.
Adrian Peterson.
Number 6, I got Eric Dickerson as well.
Raj, you laughing over there?
Oh God, he's about to troll.
He's
about to troll. Oh, I can feel it.
You gonna put Le'Veon Bell?
Nah. Hey, watch it. He was an honorable mention in mine.
Here comes Chris Ivory.
Nah, I'm close. Close. I got Chris Martin.
You said who?
Chris Martin or Curtis Martin?
Curtis Martin, excuse me.
Curtis Martin.
His cousin, Chris.
Everybody hates Chris.
Nah, Curtis Martin.
Nah, that's
I ain't mad at it. I don't think I would have him that high, but I ain't mad at it.
He's up there. He's one of the greats.
So that was a half a troll.
Yeah. Come on, guys.
I ain't mad at it. All right. Number 5, I got LT.
I got LT as well.
I got Adrian Peterson.
I got Jim Brown.
Hey, look at us, R&B. I was gonna put Jim Brown.
All right, at number 4, I got Adrian Peterson.
I'm Adrian Peterson here too.
I got Adrian Peterson at number 4.
I got Jim Brown.
I got LaDainian Tomlinson at number 4.
At number 3, I got Marshall Falk.
At number 3, go ahead, Mike.
I got Barry Sanders.
Damn, at number 3.
Bite your tongue.
At number 3, at number 3, I got Eric Dickerson.
Thurman Thomas.
Okay.
At number 3, I got Sweetness, Walter Payton.
All right, number 2, I got Walter Payton.
At number 2, I got Emmitt Smith.
I also have Emmitt Smith at number 2.
At Barry Sanders.
I also have Emmitt Smith at number 2 as well.
This man got butterfingers.
All right. Then number 1 is the only right answer, Barry Sanders.
I have Barry Sanders at number 1 as well.
I got Barry Sanders at number 1. Mike don't.
But Walter Payton at number 1.
All right,
Emmitt Smith.
Did you say Emmitt Smith?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just winging it. Didn't look at any of the stats or anything. threw Thurman in there because bias.
He was. Listen. Okay.
He won an MVP.
Listen. I'm gonna tell y'all again the names that I wrote down just off the top of my head, that and not including the 10 that I had on my list. I had Thurman Thomas, Terrell Davis, Dorsett, Buss, Eddie George, CJ 2K, I was about to say Eldon Campbell, God rest dead, Earl Campbell, OJ, Jim Brown, Marcus Allen, Gale Sayers, Priest Holmes, Bo Jackson, Sean Alexander, Tiki Barber, Brian Westbrook, Robert Smith, and Derrick Henry. And then I'm just saying, like, damn, like this is crazy. This is like it was hard to whittle it down to just 10. It really was.
Yeah.
I can see. I feel like this was harder to whittle it down to 10, whereas the tight ends, it's like it was so hard to actually just judge them. Like,
yeah,
because of the different.
That's a good point.
There's a lot of good running backs, and I think that I agree that this is hard to like. Who the fuck the top 10 tight ends? It's like, oh god, I gotta remember how good at blocking these motherfuckers are.
And believe it or not, like even when it comes down to like the running backs, most of them don't play a long career. Most of them
right.
5 years,
exactly.
6 years, maybe.
Yeah, like 5 good years.
That's why I put Derrick Henry as high as he is, because he's still killing it at 32,
Exactly.
33 now.
Every back on my list had a 10-year career of greatness. Okay. And I will say that Derrick Henry, I believe, is the last of a dying breed. Yes. I think he's the last of the dying breeds of like that running back that's gonna be good, and have a pretty, I guess you could say, somewhat healthy career. Derrick Henry hasn't really had any big catastrophic injuries or nothing like that. So overall, he's been pretty healthy, for his career, and he's stayed on pace and he's still doing it. So I think he's the last of a dying breed. Before he came along, I thought it was going to be Adrian Peterson, but after AP, I would probably put Derrick Henry as that last great running back.
You don't think Saquon can do it?
He's been too injured.
Too injured.
He hasn't been.
I think he's an honorable mention. I wouldn't put him.
I think he still got a chance to get there.
His peak is as good as anyone.
He's right. You right. He got to stay healthy because he had the first 2 years or whatever.
Yeah, I think the injury, definitely plays a huge part. But he did.
I don't know how many more years he can do what he did last year though.
No,
Because we
I mean, but he don't have to. He don't have to do that.
Year.
He don't have to do that. That was like an all-time, like it was a historically great year. You don't have to have a historically great year every year. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, these lists are interesting. I can't wait to see what we do with the
Punters.
I don't think we've done them with basketball by position. But I'm afraid Rod's gonna troll that whole list.
First off, that's not true.
Second off, it's true.
Yeah, it is true. I'm gonna troll a little bit.
Hey, can I make a rule here and now? These lists need to have context.
Okay.
I don't care what context we choose to put on it, but we need to start putting some context on the list. Like if we're gonna say the greatest point guards in NBA history, I don't want to hear a list of people, giving me people that didn't even make the Hall of Fame, but they just like to see him play. Like a motherfucker come on here talking about Nick Van Exel and shit. No disrespect to Nick Van Exel.
Whoa.
But if we talking about the greatest point guards in NBA history, I don't want to hear Nick Van Exel on somebody's top 10 list. We need to put context to these lists.
He said Nick Van Exel.
Nick the Quick was a damn good point guard.
Oh man, Darren Williams at number 8. I got Darren Williams. What?
Okay.
Darren Williams.
Well, for context, he is top 10 when it comes down to passing for Nets history. So
you see my face?
DeAndre Jordan at 7.
Means nothing.
Oh man, that's great. That's great. Well,
hold on, Mike. What was your question of the week? What was your question of the week? Remember, you said you was doing the question of the week this week.
Oh, yes. Oh shit, I forgot it. Hold on, give me 1 second.
For 3.
Let's while I think of it, do the players of the week. A player you used to enjoy watching. I'm trying to remember the question.
Brian Moorman. I'll never. Bills used to be so bad that our main captain was our kicker. Dude used to run track. I don't know if you remember when the All-Pro games, or back when they had those. They brought him back the like little mini games for the Pro Bowl. Yes. When they first came out. They actually they did like 100-meter sprint, and our punter made the final round.
That is crazy.
Yeah, that was the year he got, like, if you want to see a big Pro Bowl hit, search Pro Bowl Brian Moorman hit. Dude got absolutely fucking laid out that same Pro Bowl. It was amazing. But he was amazing punter.
Hell no.
Nick Van Exel. Ain't no reason he shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame. R&B hating on my boy. No, I'm just fucking shit. Now, since he didn't make my top 10 list, I'm gonna go with Eddie George. You know what I'm saying? Like I think I told y'all, the Titans is my side piece. You know what I mean? Them Steve McNair, Eddie George, Frank Wycheck teams. You know what I mean? The ones that lost to the greatest show on turf in the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? That was some of my favorite teams to watch back then when they was battling the Ravens. But Eddie George, that was my guy.
I remembered the question, but I'm gonna go with trying to think of a player.
I was gonna forget the question.
Well, I got a player I used to like watching, even though he only played one season with the Jets, but it was one magical season though, because we almost made the playoffs. I gotta give it to my guy Ryan Fitzpatrick.
I knew it. Yeah,
that's my guy. That's my
our guy.
Listen, this dude literally had me believing that he was going to make the playoffs with the Jets. We haven't seen the playoffs since 2010, since the butt fumble, and it was 2015. I was like, we're right there.
That's a curse now, huh? Like that's
really
the butt fumble curse.
It really is. We haven't seen anything since the butt fumble. So that's my guy.
My guy. Fitzmagic. Hell yeah.
Bro, wait a minute. Okay, so you said Ryan Fitzpatrick, right?
Yeah.
And you said it was a magical season because y'all almost made the playoffs.
Yes.
And look, no, the thing is, I'm not even hating, bro, because when we was talking about the Browns last week and y'all was like, you know what I mean? You want Deion to go to Cleveland? And I was like, no, nigga, because Cleveland is where niggas' careers go to die. Like the Browns, the Jets, and the Lions, we done had our success the last few years or whatever, but it was just like that. It was funny because it's like, damn, I remember when we used to feel that way about shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It was that bad.
Almost, like not even kind of, almost.
Dog, I still hold the memory of when Ryan Fitzpatrick outdueled Tom Brady one time. As a core memory, like.
Yep.
I hold that memory very near and dear because I won money off that.
Didn't he come to the press conference dripped out? You know what I'm saying? When he come to the press conference real icy. Yeah.
That was after he left Buffalo, but yes, he did do that eventually. But that I love Fitzmagic. Dude,
that guy's amazing.
I love him. Great pick, Raj. Great pick.
Thank you. That guy's he's NFL gold, man, for real. You don't meet a lot. I mean, I know what's names like that too. The Kels brother. What's his name? We just talked about it.
Jason
Kelsey.
Jason, a lot like that too. Like their personality is bigger than what their game is. Even though their game is great, I'm saying like their personality, like it transcends beyond football. So I appreciate them, man, for at least wearing a Jets uniform.
Wait, Raj, correct me if I'm wrong. So, like, one of the biggest, big things against Josh Allen for the longest time was he didn't slide. He's always taking, reckless hits.
Yep.
Ryan Fitzpatrick never slid.
Oh, no, he ain't slid.
He would lower his face every time. It was amazing.
I thought he had a few concussions because
he was 36 still on the Jets and just running through people.
He was
I
crazy.
love Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, he was one of the greatest, man. Put on a Jets uniform as a quarterback.
Well, being that we did running backs for the list today, a player that wasn't on my list or honorable mention that I actually did like watching, Brandon Jacobs from the New York Giants when they went and beat the Patriots, and he was that big 6 foot plus running back, big bull. Oh, yeah, he was a beast, man. Dude used to give defenses a problem.
I'm gonna take Adrian Peterson today. He was great to watch. That season when he almost broke the record, man, I can tell you, that was an entertaining season for sure.
Yeah, he tried hard to break that one too.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy about you saying that? You know what he did right at the end of the season before? Tore his ACL.
Yep.
And he's the reason why we have these problems.
It came back the next season and ran for 2,000 yards.
9 yards short of the record. That's what makes it even crazier. I'm like, damn. So, question of the week. We talked about last week the Falcons. I'm gonna ask a similar question. Who do you blame the Seattle Seahawks loss on to the Patriots?
In the Super Bowl?
Pete Carroll.
Oh, Pete Carroll.
Yeah.
How are you not going to run it with Marshawn?
And you know what's crazy? Do y'all remember what this man said after the game?
No, I forgot.
He said, we weren't playing for third down. We're playing for fourth down. I'm like, bro, what does that even mean? Like, what does that even mean?
That's one of them responses that your girl give you when she knows she don't have nothing else to say in the argument and you completely demolished her. And then she just say some stupid shit that throw you off.
Exactly.
So some shit that
Like,
sound clever, that hopefully sound clever enough that they feel like you answered the question without actually answering the question. You know, that was basically a fancy ass way of saying everybody play hard.
We weren't playing for third down, we were playing for fourth down.
I'm
See,
like,
that's
bro,
why his ass got fired with the Raiders.
well, he's just
Man, he got fired for gambling one too many times on Geno. Shit. He rolled 7 on the come out the last time. He should have walked away from the table.
He said we don't play for third downs, we play for fourth.
Geno said he don't play for third or fourth down. He play for the other team because that's where the ball goes.
The other team.
You can't have a be a black guy with an Italian mob boss name and be a successful NFL quarterback. It just don't work out.
You talking about who you talking about?
Talking about Geno.
Oh, yeah. You know who should, speaking of mob, you know who they should have kept? Jimmy Garoppolo.
See, that sounds like a mob boss. Geno sound like a worker. Garoppolo sound like a family. You know what I'm saying? Garoppolo sound like one of the families.
They should have kept him. I would have kept him.
Geno got to jump in front of the bullet.
That fucking Jimmy, I want to take him out, but I can't because he's protected.
Exactly.
Geno ain't made.
Yeah, Garoppolo's definitely made. Yeah, I would have kept him. Man. Even though he's a BS quarterback, but he's
Geno made off his Seattle. He made off his Seattle run. What it is he the made man. That as soon as he got made, he started messing with the doogie. Didn't I tell you to stay off this stuff?
Oh man. Oh well, another good show, gentlemen. We're gonna wrap this thing up.
Oh, what a catch! Oh, he dropped it.
We'll be back. Yeah, he barreled that out. That hit got him. We'll be back next week with another episode. Be talking divisional matchups.
Yes.
And then we'll be down to 4 at that point. Everyone have a good week. Everyone have a good week. Be safe. Be healthy. What?
What's the list?
We doing another one? I didn't do. What do you want to do?
Let's do coaches.
Coaches?
Top 10 coaches.
Top 10. Okay. Top 10 coaches
overall. Just coaches, or a specific sport.
NFL coaches or
NFL.
We're gonna stick to the NFL coaches. Okay.
Top 10 NFL coaches.
Okay.
Now, Raj, don't start no shit. Don't put Jeff Fisher number 1.
You already know I'm putting Herm Edwards number 1.
Hold on. I'm putting context to this. Greatest NFL coaches of all time.
Yes.
Greatest.
Great tips.
Not just
Man.
subpar good, and I like the team that he coached.
And coaches that you actually seen with your own 2 eyes.
I only give conjecture on coaches I actually seen coach.
So wait, so hold on. So wait.
I'm just talking shit.
So
I'm
we're
just
putting
talking shit.
greatest coaches of all time.
Or greatest coaches we've seen.
Well, which
No,
one? Because
greatest
that's two different lists.
coaches of all time.
No, I was
You're
talking
not gonna be
shit.
able
No,
to-
all time.
Nah,
I was
greatest
just
of all
fucking
time.
with
Greatest of all time. Greatest of all time.
We do the ones we seen. That's a much narrower list.
Ryan.
That's what I'm saying.
Well,
No, we
Hey,
do all
you
time.
can't
All
cheat.
time. Greatest all time.
Yeah, you can't cheat and just try to narrow it to what you've seen. Go do some damn research. That's the point of the list.
I'm letting you know top 5 already. 2 of the top 5, Herm Edwards and Ryan and Rex Ryan.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen.
That's it.
Saying on that note.
Yeah, ending on like
I
the
took him
baddest
out the
note.
stream before I ended it on that.
Have a good
All right, fellas.